Okay, hi there. This is Legato. Welcome to my tutorials on how to create maps for Steam SDK for Counter-Strike or Half-Life 2. Last time I showed you how to create a simple room like this one with a player start point, a light and a room. This time what I'm going to do is teach you how to texture the room to make it look a little bit more interesting and give it a sky to make it look as if it's outdoor. Rather simple really. First of all, what we want to do is we want to click on this tool here, which is the texture application tool. If we click that once, as you can see, it's brought up our face edit sheet here. On here we've got some options, but simply we want to click browse just here. Click that once and this brings up our texture like search window. I'm going to create an outdoor courtyard, so what I'm going to do is type in brick to look for a brick wall. Just down here is where you filter. This is where you type in to search for different stuff. It's kind of all common sense really. Brick walls I call brick, floors I call floors. Rather simple really. Nothing's randomly called anything. So this brings up a massive list of all textures. You could use any of these, do whatever you please with them. As you get more advanced you'll be using them for different things, but for this tutorial I'm simply going to use this brick wall just here, and I'm going to apply it using the 3D camera. As you can see, it's turned into a little paint pot, sorry. You can just see it there next to the cursor. That means that we're applying textures. So what we do is we use the right mouse button to just click on the wall, and as you can see it's textured. Whatever texture we have active here, let's put it onto the wall. We do that to all 4 walls, just there. You now have that. Same procedure for the floor. We click browse and we look for floor. Oh, yeah, I've spelled it wrong. Now again you get a massive list of different floors: concrete, tiled, carpet, whatever. I'm just going to use this tiled one here just for the benefits of this tutorial. You click your texture application tool, as you can see it's there. Right click again on the floor and hey presto, you've got the floor. Now this is fine at the moment, but as you can see we need to make it look like that's the outside. So same procedure, texture application tool, click browse and then type in the filter tools. Okay, just like that. Now as you can see there's a massive list of different tools, area portals, clips. Ignore these for now. I'll teach you how to make these and use all these at a later stage. The one we're looking for now is this one here, the skybox. Okay, just double click it, same as anything, and apply it to the roof, and hey presto, you have an outdoor area. And now I'm not too keen on having it flush with the ceiling like that. You could if you wanted, but to make it a little bit more realistic and so that you could see over the walls, I'm going to select the room. Now as you can see it's selected the whole room. I don't want it to do that, so up here there's a little thing that says IG. This is a toggle button. What this does is it toggles whether you can select something as a group or as an individual. Now because we created this room and hollowed it out, it thinks it's one group. So if you toggle this IG group ignore on, you can then select the separate faces of the room. Now what I want to do is select the roof and lift it about the height of a player, or a little bit more, directly up, not left and right, directly up. You can make sure that it's level by looking here. You can see it's straight. It's not over here, it's not here, it's directly above the wall. Now we could run the map here, but this black area will cause your Counter-Strike to have a hissy fit and go bananas at you. So what we need to do is plug this gap. Now same procedure with any Windows program. If we use the selection tool, the little arrow, the top, this is your tools, the top one is your selection tool. If we click with the IG still toggled on and hold control Like any Windows program, you select multiple ones of it if you hold Control. Simple, really. Again, select the tool, the cursor, and then down here on your side view, what we want to do is hold Shift and move the walls. As you can see, my mouse is inside the selection area. Move the walls directly up until they touch the sky and are exactly straight. Then shrink them so that they are plugging that black hole that we had before. Same procedure as before. Texture them the sky colour. Now, as you can see, even just from here, you can see that it looks a bit more. You could look over that wall. It's not flush with the ceiling. If someone was to throw a grenade up, it would come up and then come back down, rather than hitting the ceiling and coming straight back down and being a bit unrealistic. So, if you then save your map, file save as, whatever you would like to call it, and then click run. The tip is make sure that this don't run the game after compiling. Make sure that that is ticked. I do, because if you don't have that ticked, the Hammer, it tries to run Counter-Strike. Mine decides it wants to run a 640 by 480, and it goes bananas, to be honest. So I have that ticked, and I run Counter-Strike manually myself once the compile window's done. You click OK. I'm not going to, but if you click OK, your compile window will appear here. As with the map before, it'll do a load of information. Once it says copy to clipboard, you know it's done. You can then go into Counter-Strike and you can run your map. As you can see, here's the map that we have just made with the ceiling and the walls. Rather simple, really, and that's it. Hopefully you'll join me for my next tutorial, where we'll try and get a little bit more advanced and a little bit more creative. I hope to see you then.